Hello, hello. And, hang on. PC face. Where you at? There we go. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, it has not been a while. It's been a week. Hang on, let me get the music going here. I might need to do some audio stuff again, but... Hello, everyone. For those of you who are watching or tuning in, welcome back. It's DJ Foxy, and we're playing Winds of Change again. What can I say about this game? I've just been loving this game so much, and I've just been wanting to get back into it, just continue, now, all jokes aside, I am wanting to see my bunny boy again, Fortame, but I just love all the characters in this game so much, and I want to get to know them more, too, and, this game is just a work of art so far. But yeah, we're just gonna have a chill Monday night, so get some snacks, grab some popcorn, and let's just enjoy as we continue down this adventure and continue to get to know the squad a bit more. Let me do a quick reset on my VTuber real quick. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Now it's tracking me properly. Alright, so let's see what Fortame what us and the squad are gonna get into tonight. I know we got some heart-to-hearts coming up, so let's go. Wait, why is it showing my Steam? Hang on a minute. Winds of Change. And a game audio's not playing either. Hang on. We're gonna fix this. Don't worry, chat. Alright, audio's working. Perfect. There we go. Alright, let's go. Alright. So I know we got some heart-to-hearts with Ulrich and I think Dominic. So let's do Ulrich first. Alright. I need to get... Alright. I sit down beside Ulrich and look over at him. A couple empty glasses strewn about signal that he's already had a few. However, he doesn't seem to show it. Not at all. He's calm and collected.
Hey, Seer. Come to join me? I can recommend a few drinks if you'd like. Do you want something strong or should we start weak?
Already. I know we're going down the path for 4 tame right now. So I'm just gonna say, let's start off a little weak, but good to know this might be where it starts.
I guess we'll have to work our way up. Don't worry, you'll get to my level in no time.
Alright. He motions to the bartender, and a few moments later, I'm given a glass. Ulrich watches me with a smirk as I take a large swig and swallow it down. Tastes like nothing. Practically water. Weak was actually an understatement.
Wish you went for the stronger one? Trust me, I started out the same way. Sometimes you just need to dive in. Want another one? What are you in the mood for?
You know what, let's be friendly. Let's see what he drank. I want
Now
what you
you're
have.
talking. Here, I promise you won't regret this.
Once again, he motions to the bartender and I'm given a drink. I can tell that this one is stronger. It's exactly the same as Ulrich's. As time passes, I noticed him start to exhibit signs of inebriation. I grip the glass and take a large swig. It burns! My eyes shoot wide open and I try not to spit it out. It's a brief battle, but I eventually stomach it all. Wow, me. I don't think I'd be able to handle that myself.
Wow, you're good. Most people can't handle this stuff. Mazeo is known for its strong liquor.
He crosses his arms and stares back at me with a blank look. But soon after, his facial expression becomes more stern. It's clear that the drinks are starting to hit him, and fast.
I guess I'll stop messing with you for now. Truth is, I just wanted to see how much you could handle. It's a good test, a nice judge of character, and you passed.
Alright. He was testing me?
You learn a lot about someone by how they hold their liquor. You're strong, at least. You have a strong will. I respect that. This is part of how they do things back in Alarinthia. I know I say I hate it, and I truly do, but some of its culture sticks with me. You left Valinor, so it'll likely be the same.
He waves to the bartender, who brings him another drink. Honestly, I'm surprised he's still coherent. That's crazy. Swigging it down, he lets out a sigh of complete content.
Sorry for rambling on like that. If there's anything I hate, it's a one-sided conversation. Is there anything you want to ask me? Right now, I'm an open book.
I should have saved before I started Ulrich, but I'll just say here. Ulrich, route. Let's save there. Alright, I'm not gonna go down in this. This is gonna be... Alright, let's just be like... You know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna save here again for run 1. I'm gonna say this. Do you think there's any way we can save Valinor?
I think so, yeah. We'll have lots of work to do after we win this war. For making the world a better place, that includes Valinor.
Indeed.
Either way, I think I've had enough. I'm gonna buy a bottle to bring to my chambers. Feel free to join me if you want to share another drink.
I nod and stand up, but all of the drinks hit me at once. I immediately stumble over, using the bar to brace myself. Gosh, me!
Hey now, watch your step. The ground here could do some real damage.
I shake my head and regain my clarity. It's a mystery to me how Ulrich could handle this stuff. It would be a long time before I reached his level. True to his word, Ulrich orders a bottle of alcohol and walks away. Socializing with the tavern patrons, it seemed like our moment was over. I take a few deep breaths and ensure my head is clear before moving. I guess we had to get things back on track. As enjoyable as that was, we had business to take care of. Hopefully we have more time like this to unwind in the future. Definitely. I love Ulrich, he's awesome. Alright. Oh, not Dominic, Pro. Alright, let's talk to Pro, let's see what he's doing. Pro rests his back against the mailboxes, sifting through letters. He must be pretty popular, as his hands were full of paper. I can't even imagine if I got that many letters in Valinor.
Oh, hey there.
He looks up at me, startled, and turns to face the mailboxes. As if in a rush, he starts putting various letters in various boxes. Wait, all those letters aren't actually his? Uh-oh.
Well, you caught me. Just don't tell anybody else, all right? This is one of the best ways to get information.
Hey, I'm half tempted to just say this. Okay, you know what? This is gonna be the beginning for his route, so I'm just gonna say, let's do that. There you go. You know, I'll say this. I'll let it slide if you tell me some secrets.
Oh? Are you trying to blackmail me? Honestly, I didn't think you were the type. I'm immediately more interested in you. But, to be honest, that won't work on me. I can play my way out of pretty much any situation. So do your worst, and I promise I'll adapt.
He turns back to the mailboxes and raids them once again. I guess he assumed it was okay since I was one of his comrades. A big smile appears on his face as he borrows private information.
It's amazing what some of these people get up to. The most innocent people could be involved in awful things. See, I can beat blackmail, but these people can't. It's a good way to line the rebellion's coffers. So later today, I'm gonna pay this guy a visit.
He taps one of the papers in his hands.
It would seem a reputable business owner is up to no good. I think he'd lose some business if people found out he worked with pirates. If I got him to pay me off, I could feed the rebellion for months, Seer.
He looks at me as if I'm waiting for my approval.
Is everything okay? I'm not scaring you away, am I? This kind of stuff isn't for everybody.
I don't... Hang on a minute. What is my corruption again? 20%. Morale... I know he's a troublemaker, but... You're not scaring me off. Let's do this.
Now you're talking. This'll be my biggest score in months. I'll get it done tonight, and then celebrate in my room back at HQ. Feel free to pay me a visit. I'd be down for some quality time together. I mean, you still want to be friends, right? I hope all this danger doesn't scare you away. I'm not like this all the time. Trust me, Seer.
Of course, I'll still be friends. Of course we can be friends, Pro.
Good, I'm glad. You caught me, so I had to come clean. Otherwise, I would have kept this stuff secret.
Gosh, the routes that you can go down in this is just crazy.
Not many people know what I actually do. But if you pay attention, it's not too much of a stretch. It's just something I picked up from years on the streets. Maybe I'll tell you a bit more back at HQ. I'll use this big score to buy a bottle of wine. We can crack it open and get to know each other.
He carefully places the letters back into their respective mailboxes. Clapping his hands together, as if to brush off dust, he looks right at me. Squinting his eyes, it's almost like he's trying to judge or gauge me.
I gotta admit, you're a bit different than I expected. That's surprising, since I'm usually a good judge of character. You'd make an interesting subject to write about, you know.
I shrug, unsure of how to respond to such a thing.
Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Let's just stick to the plan. Bottle of wine, Rebel HQ. I have a new target, so I should probably get going.
He smiles at me and rests a hand on my shoulder.
There's not many people I can talk to about this kind of stuff. If I have to be honest, I'd say I'm kinda glad that you caught me. Next time we talk, it'll be your turn to spill some secrets. Alright?
With a sly smirk, he slowly walks away from the mailbox. I guess now that I know a little bit more about Pro's true nature, but in a time of war, I guess you had to resort to stuff like that. Dominic must only allow it out of necessity. I'm sure Pro would stop his behavior once the war was over. So rather than condemn him, I choose to take him up on his offer. Learning more about him over a drink could prove to be entertaining. At the end of the day, it wouldn't hurt to make another friend. I turn back to the tavern, ready to move on to the next step. So there's a book somewhere here. I think it might be, maybe it's over here. I examined the shelves looking for anything of note. I don't find much except for a piece on some current news. I couldn't hurt to get a better perspective on Alestia's current state. Resting my back against the shelf, I start to read it. It seems to be about Alarinthia, Ulrich's homeland. Apparently things are going very well over there.
Alarinthia's civil conflict. Could the next tournament held in Alarinthia's Colosseum be the last? That's the hope of a new uprising run by a mysterious woman known only as Vivian. Wanting to change Alarinthia's form of government into something more modern, she hopes to bring peace and organization to the otherwise savage lands. While the current tribe leader of Alarinthia has always had the ability to change the rules, none have been interested in anything other than retaining their leadership and proving their strength in Alarinthia's deadly arena tournaments. If Vivian's forces were victorious, she would have the ability to completely rewrite the rules that govern Alarinthia. However, because she is approaching the upcoming tournament with brains rather than brawn, it would require a miracle to secure victory. Chances are, Alarinthia will likely remain under the grip of Draku's strength. However, Vivian's ideals are likely to live on. Perhaps one day things will change. A recent Mazean news article.
I wonder who this Vivienne is. Ulrich would definitely side with someone like her. He thinks that Alarinthia should be more like the mainland.
So, you ever drink this stuff before?
He motions up to the bar, gesturing broadly at everything. I've never seen bottles of alcohol like that, so I'm totally clueless. We're in a completely different region of Alestia. It's all new to me.
You'll have to join me. I can pick out the good stuff. Without me, you'd just be wasting time. Half the stuff on display isn't even that good. To be honest, they keep a lot of the good stuff down there.
He points underneath the bar. I guess that made sense.
Cheers, by the way.
Cheers. Make sure you're hydrated, chat. He holds up his glass before taking a huge swig of ale.
It just doesn't compare to what they had at Peregrino. Anyway, I'll let you take care of your business. I'm right here.
So, are you having a drink?
It's my boy. I just had one for Tame.
No, I'm good. There's too much to focus on.
I have Valessa.
You gotta do it sometime, you know?
Maybe after all this blows over.
That could take forever. You should take some time to unwind.
Are you getting something?
Yeah, I'm still deciding though. I don't know any of this stuff on the menu. It's like we're in a completely different world.
Didn't Ulrich have to buy you that apple earlier? Where are you getting the money to order this stuff?
Oh, good question. I'm used to the way things are in Valenorth. Almost everything is provided to us because of our roles.
Yeah, fair enough. Maybe you should go sweet talk Ulrich. If it's on him, maybe I'll consider trying something.
Sounds good. I think he likes me, so this'll be easy. Wait here. We'll try the fanciest thing on the menu.
Oh boy, what is Fortame doing? Alright, it looks like that's all that we got to do here at the tavern, so let's go. Alright, the mayor's house. Alright, we follow after Domek and embark on what seems like an endless journey. However, after an hour or so of walking, we end up in a residential area. The buildings here are built beautifully, very different from before.
Wow, this place looks incredible. My town square was a little bit off. Not the best first impression, if you ask me.
It's a sign of wealth to live far away from the markets. Only those who work live near the town square. Once you've got it made, you move out here.
That is, of course, unless you're important to Mazeo. Grizz gets to live here free of charge for his services. That offer even extends to Lilith, his assistant.
You mean like our elder back in Valenorth?
Yeah, exactly, so make sure to be careful. In this district, pretty much everyone is royalty. Or at least they expect to be treated that way.
Alright, thanks for the advice, Domek.
She moves to the back of the group, almost like she's worried. We continue to walk, but not for much longer. Domek stops in his tracks.
To your right, Grizz's office. Sorry it took a while, but you know how it is. It'll be an even longer trek back to our new HQ.
He laughs and motions to the nearby building. It stood out from the rest in both quality and size.
It's time for you to tell us what's going on. I hate being left in the dark like this. You know that.
Of course. You know I'm a man of my word. I just didn't like talking about the stuff in the town square.
He cracks his knuckles like he's preparing for something. He faces toward Valessa, Fortame, and myself with a smile. It's almost like he assumes that Ulrich and Pro are up to speed.
Well, as you know, Mazeo is rampant with piracy. All of that chaos needs some sort of order, right? 2 pirates have risen to the challenge, Alex and Nada. Unifying all the pirates isn't an easy task, but they did it. They have established trade routes in the largest fleet in the world. We want to strike a deal with them and gain some ships. Easy, right? When we attack Balteus, we won't be able to hold back. Having enough ships to carry our massive army over is essential. And if we can get the pirates to fight with us, even better. Grizz made it clear that he wants to cut a deal. In order to win them over, we'll need to bend to their will. However, after learning that Alex and Nada have started to fight, now we have to choose who we side with. They both want different things, but they both offer ships. That's why we're here. I imagine they're waiting inside.
He speaks with such passion and enthusiasm it's enthralling. It was clear that he truly cared about Alestia and its people.
The future of Mazeo is likely going to change. It's so exciting. I'll negotiate with them and Grizz will make any necessary decrees. I just want my favorite people present. So that's why you're all here.
He smiles and turns back to Ulrich and Pro.
I trust there aren't any objections.
Objection! Wait, no. Ulrich scoffs, crossing his arms.
You sure upped the scale of our attack. I thought we just planned to steal a few ships, but now you want an entire fleet? What changed?
We need to give this our all if we're going to win. But remember, we have a world to reshape when we're done. Striking a deal with the pirates is something that needs to happen. I mean, we could wait until after the war, but if we do it now, we stand a better chance of winning. Plus, the people need to know that we're capable rulers too.
Fair enough. I concede.
Ulrich smiles, and the promise of more power and might appealing his curiosity.
That's brilliant, Domek. Taking care of 10 problems with one move, as usual. I'm just glad that they get to see for themselves now.
He motions to Valessa, Fortame, and I. That seemed like a sound strategy, to be honest. Gain military might and prove himself capable of leadership. The people would need to know that he's worth following. Releasing Mazeo from the grip of the Triumvirate would be a great start. And thankfully, Grizz was on our side. This wouldn't be possible otherwise.
Well, I guess it's time. I'm a little nervous, but I'll manage.
With a quick smirk, he's on his way inside. Pro and Ulrich go too, expecting us to follow suit.
Man, things are sure busy around here. Hope we get to rest when we get to our HQ.
Come on, Fortum. It's interesting. We're watching history in the making here.
If it's history, then it'll be in a book. I'd just sleep and read it when I get up.
Mood. They talk amongst themselves as they enter Grizz's house. I guess I should hurry in so I don't miss anything. Alright. Grizz's house is much more impressive than the others. It stands just as tall, but easily twice as wide. He must have had tons of free space in there. Alright, what about this tree? Grizz's house has a massive tree right next to it. At the very top, I could see some apples growing. Perhaps those are the same ones Fortame likes? Either way, they seem well maintained and fresh. Perhaps this is Grizz's food of choice as well. The residential district seems to go on forever, but it's all flat. There's no elevation like in Valinor. Back at home, the social status is very determined by how high you live. The elder lives right at the top since he's the most important. I was given a house right next to the main street, an easy walk to Milas's. I wonder how social status is determined in Mazeo. Maybe I'll ask Domek. Signs point in every possible direction. They're labeled things like Town Square and Residential District. A couple others say Docks and the Church of the Triumvirate. I guess it was easy to find directions in Mazeo. It seems like the Rebel HQ is in the opposite direction. As I've learned, it's located in tunnels underneath the church. But sealing the tunnels underneath the Triumvirate Church? Something about that seems incredibly risky to me. I'm sure Dominic knows what he's doing, though. Alright. Oh wait, that's right. Alright, let's go. When I enter Grizz's house, I'm taken aback by how massive it is. A front desk, probably for his assistant, rests near the front door, but behind it is a massive atrium with a staircase leading up. I'm willing to bet that Grizz's office is at the top of that staircase. I look around and find Dominic, Ulrich, and Pro chatting with a woman. This must be the assistant that Dominic mentioned earlier. After noticing me enter, she quickly approaches us. Valessa and Fortame retreat behind me, leaving me in charge. I take a step forward and introduce myself to her without hesitation.
I've heard so much about you, Seer. It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person.
I've seen pictures of you, Lilith. She puts her hand forward and I give her a firm handshake. Valessa and Fortame seem immediately at ease as she is very friendly. For a moment, I'm not entirely sure what they were expecting.
I'm guessing that's the Blade of Exodus.
She tilts her head towards my back.
You can take that cloak off in here, by the way. Everybody in this office knows what's going on. There's no need to hide around Grizz, or myself.
I nod and remove the makeshift hood covering my head. I feel the fresh Mazean air on my face for the first time.
Come back here with the rest of us, alright? I think they're almost ready to head upstairs.
She motions to the main landing area of the atrium. We move past her desk, which acts almost like a barrier. I'm assuming she acts as Grizz's guard as well, standing watch. After a few moments, we regroup with the others. They're talking amongst themselves, but Lilith brings that to an end. Clapping her hands together once, and very loudly, their attention is grabbed.
Sorry, Lilith. Just lots to think about at the moment. I'm almost nervous to walk up there, if I'm honest.
There's no need to be nervous, Dominic. It won't be any different from the last time you were here. Just a few added bodies, that's all. Not the end of the world.
I just don't want to make the wrong choice. There's a lot riding on this, Lilith.
Have you made the wrong choice in the past?
Well, I don't think so.
Then you'll be fine. Besides, Alex and Nada aren't too bad. They're both playing ball to get what they want. That means they'll have to be on their best behavior. So if being in the presence of pirates was a worry for...
Oh, no, that's not it at all. I'm more than happy to work with the pirates. You're right, though. I have a good track record.
He lets out a nervous laugh before looking up to the top of the stairs.
I guess that'll have to do. Are they ready?
Yeah, they're expecting all of you. It might be a bit crowded, but you'll manage.
Did you happen to overhear anything? You know, so I don't go in blind?
Unfortunately, no. They're being very discreet.
Oh well, worth a shot. I guess it's finally time to do this. Are you ready, everybody?
He looks at all of us one by one and we nod. I can tell he's trying to delay this, but I'm not sure why.
Grizz will give me a debriefing when you're done. I know you're busy, so after this, just go on your way. Lots to do and little time to do it, right?
She glances at me and the sword on my back before walking away. It seemed this quick detour wasn't going to be quick at all. During these negotiations, everything could change. Hopefully Dominic would be able to get what he needs. I just hope that the pirates' demands aren't too extreme. With the high ground, they had the right to request anything. We all look at the top of the stairs, ready to get things moving. This would be a very important moment for Dominic and the rebels. To that end, we shouldn't keep Grizz waiting for too much longer. Alright. Book! There's a book sitting wide open on one of the desks. It seems to be a news article and recently written too. I inspect it further and learn that it details Mazeo's piracy.
The blurred lines of piracy. The pirates of Mazeo undertake the importing and exporting of illicit goods. Everything else is handled by the Mazeo Shipping Company, and there is little else that divides the two factions. They both have established trade routes, a large group of workers and clients all over Alestia. Many people see the pirates as harmless individuals, simply looking to make a living by seizing opportunities that others don't. The way that pirates are treated today is vastly different than before the Triumvirate's occupation of Mazeo. Was that intentional? We have to wonder if this was the Triumvirate's goal. When asked his opinion on this matter, the local pirate lord Alex had this to say. I find it hard to believe that a small piece of paper is all that stands in the way of me and my people living an honest life. We don't hurt anybody or put anyone in danger. The people of Mazeo are clinging to a legal decree that makes no sense. I'd like to see the trade bans lifted and me and my people introduced into society as honest workers. That is my dream, and I continue to fight for it. When asked for her opinion, Nada, the other pirate lord, refused to comment.
I guess things are more complex than I thought. It's almost like Alex is fighting for more rights. All that divides the groups is one piece of paper. The One Piece is real! Important papers are strewn about the desk. It's not my business to read them, but curiosity overtakes me. I slowly approach the desk and try to make out what I can. It seems to be a bunch of papers regarding upcoming shipments. It's correspondence between Grizz and the Mazeo shipping company. Underneath these papers is letters between Grizz and the Triumvirate.
Hey, get away from there. Those papers aren't for your eyes. That's top secret. Only for the mayor.
Then why leave them out in the open like that? That's a good question, Lilith. Before I continue, she gathers them up and takes them away. She's running all over the place. Lilith must be a busy girl. My gosh, this game. That's the door that leads inside to Grizz's office. Quite a dramatic sight if you ask me. Definitely makes him feel important. Underneath the stairs rests some sort of contraption. If I had to guess, it would be a statue representing a spirit idol. That is an artist's name and date on it, and it must have been expensive. Alright, party banter, let's go. You know what? I'll do Valessa first.
Lilith,
Yeah?
is there a library in Mazeo? Like, a place to read up on the spirits? I have some stuff I'd like to look into.
Unfortunately, no. The Triumvirate seized all of that long ago. Rumor has it they've stuffed it all in Balteus.
You mean at the Grand Library?
Yeah, but I don't know for sure. It's just ancient rumors at this point.
Ancient?
There's a group of people that say so, yeah. They think life existed on Alestia before the Triumvirate. When they took over, they just stole any writing saying otherwise.
That's impossible.
Hey, I didn't say they were a smart group. But nobody's been to the Grand Library to see. The Triumvirate keeps such a tight grip on Balteus.
So they can't prove their theories. But at the same time, we can't disprove them.
Exactly. Unless you visit the Grand Library. You are going to Balteus, right?
That's the end goal, yeah.
Then maybe we'll find out soon. Whatever knowledge they have in there, we deserve to know. I'm sure Domic will open its doors to everybody after the war.
Alright, buddy, go.
Who do you side with, Lilith?
What do you mean? Like, between Alex and Nada?
Yeah, the pirates. I was just curious, that's all.
Well, I don't know their demands. That would play a big part in my choice. But even then, it's not my place to decide.
Oh, I'm not asking you to decide. It's just a hypothetical question. Hey, take your time. It's not an easy decision after all.
Alex, hands down.
Oh, what?
Or you could answer instantly. But why Alex? What makes him better?
He treats me with respect, that's what. Nada, on the other hand, well, that's a different story. The way I look at things, there's two types of people. Those that use others as stepping stones for success, and those that respect others, rising to the top together. Nada is the former, and Alex is the latter. She's ruthless. She's pretty much double-crossed everybody but Grizz. If that ever happens, trust me, I won't be surprised at all.
How do we know we can trust her then?
Well, her and Alex have the edge in negotiations. They have what we want, so they can demand anything. I have no doubt that Nada will try to gain power and influence. These are the things she'd usually stab others in the back for, but now she has an opportunity to get it just by helping Grizz.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. She's only in it to get what she wants.
Yeah, and Alex, on the other hand, I'm sure his demands will benefit more than him. That's just the type of guy he is, so I like him more.
All right. Thanks for the information.
No problem, little one.
Don't call my bunny boy little. He is small though, not gonna lie. Alright, let's move on. We all enter the office in sync, and everyone inside stares at us. I said in stink, oh my goodness. It's odd, but at first glance, I could tell exactly who everybody is. Nada takes a few steps forward, a sly smirk on her face.
Late, are you? Good to know your word is trustworthy. It's not like this is important or anything like that.
Okay, not who I was expecting, but hello. It's clear bait, and Dominic doesn't take it at all. Instead, he smirks back and approaches Grizz and the pirates.
Actually, this meeting doesn't start until I arrive. So, Nada, you're actually early. Very obedient of you. A bit softer than your reputation cites, but I'll let it slide.
Good move, Dominic. W. That's a W. She struggles to conjure up a comeback and simply shrugs. Get wrecked. Dominic approaches Grizz's desk and waves us all over. It isn't much longer until we're all cramped together. Oh, this is a small office.
Grizz, I'd like to introduce you to the Seer.
DJ Foxy, charmed. I take a step forward and offer a hand to Grizz. He rises from his chair and gives my hand a firm shake.
It's an honor to meet you, Seer. And those two must be your friends.
I nod as he looks at Valessa and Fortame.
Say, have you three been to Mazeo before? I can't put my finger on it, but you look familiar.
What is that face, though? I'm sorry. I shake my head and he promptly returns to his chair. He looks at all of us one by one and lets out a loud sigh.
Oh well, not that it matters anyway. I'd like to thank you all for coming to my office. Today we discuss the matter of Dominic and the pirates.
What have you got for me, Grizz? Surely you have their demands laid out on the table.
Yes, of course. I made them write up their demands in private. I didn't want them influencing each other in any certain direction.
He points to two pieces of paper resting on his table. They're turned upside down so nobody could read them.
Here's how this is going to work. Neither pirate knows which paper is theirs. Dominic, you and your allies are to read each one. Afterwards, each pirate is to explain their demands out loud. This is to make sure they haven't gotten greedy or changed their mind. We also need some witnesses, which is why I had you bring some friends. At that point, Dominic may converse with his allies. When a decision is made, we will both sign the chosen demands. To avoid any conflict, neither pirate will learn if they were chosen. When everybody leaves, the demands will be mailed back. The pirate that receives a signed paper today will know they were chosen. There is no time for drama or infighting on my property. Understand?
Honestly, that is probably the best way to do this. Good move, Grizz.
I understand.
I understand as well. Dominic looks over to Nada and Alex, awaiting their approval.
Yeah, I understand.
Me too.
Oh my, what? Alex looks like me. Are you kidding me? Okay. Well, this is Foxy the Pirate Fox right here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, this is going in the highlights. This is straight up going in the highlights. I think I'm probably going to choose Alex no matter what. I'm not biased at all. I'm not biased at all, chat. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. Dominic places his hands on the desk, looking over the papers. Although from what we've heard so far from the documents, at least it seems that Alex is the more cooperative one. So we'll see. Dominic places his hands on the desk, looking over the papers. But before taking any actions, he turns his head towards me.
Seer, I'd like your input on this. You're no stranger to tough decisions, right?
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, we share some common views. It couldn't hurt to get a second opinion from someone like you.
I nod and walk up to the desk, standing beside him. We stare down at the 2 papers, hesitant.
You may begin the first phase. Remain silent, but read the papers over.
A few moments later, Dominic grabs one of the papers. He inches closer to me and slowly turns it around. It's Alex's offer. He wants the trade bans to be lifted from Mazeo. If this is done, the pirates must all be offered jobs in the Mazeo shipping company. Piracy will be no more, and Mazeo will turn into a nation of free trade. We need more of that nowadays, just saying. In exchange, he can offer the ships and crew of those who side with him. This makes up approximately 35% of the total pirates in Mazeo. He cannot guarantee how Nada's followers will react to this change. Dominic places the paper face down and quickly grabs the other one. He shows no expression, wearing the perfect poker face. Turning the paper around, it's time to see the other half. It's Nada's offer. She wants Mazeo to be divided into 2... What? If this is done, all the pirates will move to a new nation out of Mazeo's way. Of course, she must be declared head of this new pirate nation. Furthermore, her demands include more details about the division of Mazeo. It's done in a fashion that gives both sides equal market and residential space. Mazeo currently owns all of this, so it would negatively affect the nation. In exchange, she can offer approximately 65% of the total pirates in Mazeo. This includes a massive arsenal of ships, making Alex's offer seem inconsequential. Both demands share one thing in common. Pirate criminal records are to be wiped. Dominic places the second paper face down and shrugs.
Well, I guess that's it then.
Grizz nods.
Indeed. We can move on to phase 2. Alex and Nada, it's your turn to step forward. Your verbal demands must match the papers.
In response to Grizz's orders, they both stepped forward. This whole thing seemed incredibly well thought out. There was no room for error in any possible way.
My demands are quite simple, actually. All pirates will have their criminal records erased. Furthermore, the trade bans will be lifted from Mazeo. Pirates will be publicly pardoned and no longer ostracized. They will be offered jobs within the Mazeo shipping company. Our clients, our cargo, and our trade routes will all carry over as well. This will reintroduce us to society and legitimize all of our efforts. Mazeo will be free as it once was, and as it always should be. In exchange, I offer 35% of Mazeo's pirates and their ships.
He takes a few steps back, crossing his arms. Nada scoffs before vocalizing her demands.
I can offer the other 65%. I think that puts me a cut above Alex.
This certainly gets a reaction from others in the room. However, we can't get run over by numbers. We were deciding the future of Mazeo.
I also want all criminal records expunged. However, my other demands are a bit more extreme. I want Mazeo divided in half. I want a new nation born. All pirates will be moved to this new nation under my lead. Mazeo will no longer be able to interfere with our work. I will determine where the nation is split in half. I want both residential and commercial land. We will be given everything we need to live happily. That is my demand. A new nation built for piracy.
She steps back, content with what she said. Grizz turns to face Dominic and myself again.
Does that align with the demands on paper?
Yes, I believe it does. What was the next step again?
Good, good.
You may take some time to think. Talk with your allies, and then give me an answer.
Oh, right, sorry. My mind is all over the place. There's no need to think. I already have my answer.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, of course. This one was simple for me.
He crosses his arms and turns to face me.
Well, what about you? Who would you choose?
Oh boy. I think I know who. I am worried about this. We're going with Alex. He seems more... I really think it's Alex. Let's see. Come on, Dominic. I want a good relationship with you. You're one of my favorites right now. Let's go. Alex. I point to the paper that contained Alex's demands. Dominic laughs and gives me a wide smile. Bingo!
Great minds think alike, I suppose. Good to know we have the same idea. Let's sign this one, Grizz. It's my final choice.
He points to the same paper and Grizz brings out a quill. They waste no time in signing it, making it an official decree. After that, Grizz rolls up both papers up and seals them with a wax.
Nada, Alex, thank you both for your kind offers. I'll have these mailed back to you right away. You'll know within a few hours, I'm sure.
Sounds good to me.
Alex, you're the best pirate fox. Second best, actually. I'm not gonna dethrone my boy Foxy.
This one's as good as mine.
Yeah, about that. After saying their final words, they both leave. An awkward silence overtakes the room.
You're all free to talk again, you know. We just didn't want Alex and Nada to know Domek's choice.
After hearing that, everybody is at ease. Talking amongst themselves, they can theorize who he chose.
Well, Domek?
Who did you choose?
Oh, you'll find out soon enough. Sorry for this little detour, everybody. We can make our way back to HQ now. Though I think we should cut through the docks. It's crowded, but it'll make for a nice shortcut. We're already running behind schedule.
He sneers at Pro, who quickly backs off. Ulrich takes the message as well and stops asking.
I hope we got what you needed, Domek. Attacking Balteus will be no easy feat.
We'll be more than fine, Grizz. I trust you can handle things from here?
Of course. But there may be some contempt coming. Don't be surprised if Alex or Nada comes fuming to you.
Of course. Thank you so much, Grizz. We couldn't do this without you.
Honestly, I think...
Don't worry about it. Just make sure I don't regret this. Crossing the Triumvirate is a bad idea.
You won't, I promise. If you'll excuse us, though, we need to go. I still have to give them the grand tour after all.
Yep. Grizz nods and it seems we're dismissed. Guess our next step was to head to the docks. Domek sure seems excited about this tour.
All right, let's go.
100%,
I'll make
let's
the
go!
announcement back at HQ. We have a new ally and a lot more power.
He holds a closed fist up to his chest, resolute. Yeah!
We're going to do this. I know it.
And with that, it's time to get things on the move. I'd finally start training and see the Rebellion's new HQ. Let's go. What do you gotta say, Fortane? What is our bunny boy doing?
Hey, Grizz?
Yes?
What's with that sheep around your neck?
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, you mean Lassiter?
I guess?
When I was younger, I used to be a shepherd. But that didn't last long before I served the Triumvirate. They made me kill all my sheep before they accepted me.
What?
I guess it was to prove myself. You know, that I'd leave my old life behind. I did what they said, but I kept a souvenir.
Oh, I see.
It's always important to remember where you came from. Did you bring any souvenirs from Valenorth along with you?
Actually, no. Unless my clothes count.
Depends who you're asking.
But, you know, I'm not actually leaving Valenorth behind. We'll save it, and go back one day. I know it. That's one of our goals during this journey.
I see.
Alright. Alright, let's go. Right, next stop, the docks. When we arrive at the docks, we finally get an up-close view of everything. It's a massive shipyard with vessels both arriving and departing. People run in every direction, a mixture of workers and pirates. I suppose they share the same workspace. It's interesting how I can discern a pirate from their clothes and demeanor. After a few steps in the shipyard, we're surrounded by tons of people.
Hey, stick close to me. Wouldn't want to get lost, right?
He inches closer to me and we make our way through the shipyard. It must be their busy hour or something because we can barely move. People bump into us and apologize before moving on their way.
We're heading to that bridge up there.
He points forward to a bridge in the distance. At this rate, it would take hours to get there. Fortame lets out an exacerbated sigh.
Seriously? How much longer is this gonna be?
Soon, Fortame, I'm gonna snuggle you when we get to our
Oh,
room.
don't be so dramatic, Fortame. We'll be able to rest before you know it. Enjoy the journey. Mazeo is beautiful.
All right.
Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, that's right. The other guy didn't come with us. Fortame continues walking, defeated. As we inch our way forward, we start to lose hope. However, it isn't long before that hope is kindled again.
Hey, Domek!
Who's this? A voice shouts from high up and we turn to look. There's a man atop of one of the ships, acting as a lookout. After seeing Domek, he quickly makes his way down to all of us. He slides down a ladder, quickly making his way to the surface. Standing on the edge of the ship, he grips the railing tight.
Where have you been? It feels like I haven't seen you in ages.
He jumps over the edge of the ship, landing on the ground with style. Ooh. I can tell he's a pirate and he must be another ally. That was good. In the upcoming battle, we need as many allies as possible.
Grayson, it's so good to see you again. Don't worry, it's nothing personal. I'm just busy. We've been cooking up something really special.
Special, huh? Well, that's all you had to say. You know I've got your back in everything.
Domek steps closer and whispers in Grayson's ear. No doubt he's confiding Grayson about our recent choice.
Oh, an alliance? Beautiful. We'll be working together more then. And I must say, you made a fine decision, Domek.
He smiles and makes an interesting signal with his arms. A few moments later, a bunch of people in our way quickly move.
Gotta get back to the church, I'm guessing? Sorry about my crew. They're good at getting in the way. In fact, I'm not sure what else they're good for these days.
Between every few words, he glances behind Domek. His eyes shift between Valessa, Fortame, and myself.
Can I help you with something?
Oh, sorry, not at all. He just looks familiar, that's all. Like some pirates Nada used to work with.
Familiar? Chris said the same thing, actually. Just one of those faces, I guess.
Not just any faces, mind you. I was taken aback because you look like legends. A few infamous pirates from back in the day, you know?
Pirates? No relation, I assure you.
She laughs and Grayson nods.
Yeah, just a small world.
It seems like he's unsure if that's an insult or not. And for that matter, so does Valessa. Grayson lets it slide. A few moments later, he climbs up a netting on the side of the ship. It isn't much longer until he's back to the top of the mast, looking out. He shouts to his crew and they move aside, leaving an open trail for us. Were all these pirates his crew? He must be a man of great influence.
It's always good to have friends in high places.
Indeed, Domek. There's still people wandering the shipyard, but not as many as before. In fact, we'd be able to continue forward without any issue at all.
That was Grayson. We go way back. He's a great ally and he'll have our back no matter what. I doubt he cares whether we sided with Alex or Nada.
That was good. His crew seemed massive. The ship as well was in pristine condition.
Well then, on we go?
As he talks, he motions to the bridge once more. We give each other some space, happy to be moving freely again. I guess we could resume our journey without any struggles. Oh, it's a side map. I have been needing to do this. Wait. You got a heart-to-heart? Alright, we need to do one of these. Parallel Chronicle Sovi 5. I friggin' forgot to do these, so we are gonna do this. Let's see how long this takes. Sovi and his crew wandered the crowded docks of Mazeo. They stuck close together to ensure that Shane didn't run away. Close to the rebellion's home, Sovi was sure it crossed his mind.
Well, you sure seem a lot happier. Back on the boat, all you did was mope around.
Sovi scoffed and turning to face his apprentice.
Seasickness, I suppose. As old as I am, I've never really gotten used to it.
You can't be too much older than me.
Right. Sorry.
Besides, I think I know what's going on. You realize something about the Triumvirate?
Yes, I did. I see through the trick now. It was a good idea, I'll give them that.
Trick?
Yes, to put my loyalty to the test. There's no way what they told me was true. They merely want to see if I'll waver.
I see.
That's why they wouldn't tell you either. This was a test. meant only for me.
So, what happens now that you've passed?
I guess I'll find out once we return. I'm just glad that I can focus on the mission now.
Right, I'm glad too, I suppose. On the boat, you were in no condition to perform.
After a few more minutes of walking, Sylvie stops in his tracks. Halen and Shane bump into his back, causing him to stumble over.
Master?
Oh, sorry. Just a lot on my mind.
Oh, we're not lost, are we?
Sylvie stares at a cloaked figure in the distance. He smirks as he watches them walk through the docks of the group. A large item affixed to their back sways with each of their heavy steps.
No, not at all.
Okay. Alright.
Hey,
Oh, you gotta talk. What do you think of Mazeo so far, Valessa?
it's interesting to say the least. It's a lot busier than I thought it would be. It makes Valenworth look dead by comparison. I'm actually longing for that peace again, though. This place is chaotic. There's so much going on. Hopefully the Rebel HQ will be a bit like home.
What do you think of Dominic?
He seems to know what he's doing. I mean, I had some doubts going into this actually, but he's proven himself to be a capable leader. I like how charismatic he is, you know? It's a lot easier to follow somebody like that. Some people demand respect. He earns it.
What are your thoughts on Pro?
To be honest, I'm actually not sure. He seems nice, but I have my doubts. There's just something about him, you know? It doesn't help that he likes to cheat people. That's probably it. He is on our side, though, so I doubt we have to worry about him cheating us.
What do you think about Ulrich?
He's the strongest person I've ever met. I'm sure he'll be protecting us a lot in the future. I don't really have anything bad to say about him. He can be stern, but he has the best intentions. I mean, he has no patience for wasting time. Him and Fortin make an interesting combo.
How are things between you and Fortame?
Pretty good, actually. I was worried. You know, about some of the choices you had to make. We've never really let them get between us, though. Unless there's something he's not telling me, but I doubt it. He's always been fully open with me in the past. I wouldn't worry about anything at all, Seer.
Alright. So let's examine some stuff. There's a massive ship docked, surrounded by workers. They don't seem to be dressed as pirates, though. Must be part of the Mazeo shipping company.
Wow, that ship is so cool! Will our ships be like that, Dominic?
Of course, we have only the best. Actually, ours might be better.
Why is that?
Pirates put more care into their ships. They don't just work on them, they live on them. The other people have homes to go back to.
So pirates are homeless?
Well, not exactly. A ship still counts as a home, they just share it with their crew.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. So ours will be even fancier than that? That's pretty hard to imagine. I'm excited.
Yeah, just be very careful. Pirates are super protective of their homes. If you broke something, well, let's not think about that.
Yikes.
What are these?
Traps.
Traps for what?
Seafood.
No. We don't have that back in Valenworth. How do these things work exactly?
Well, these ones are mainly for lobster. It traps them inside and they're emptied out every day. Once a week, they're sold off in the market square for food.
So you capture them only to eat them?
Yeah?
I don't know how I feel about that. They're just minding their own business down there. Why should we snatch them up and kill them just like that?
Because they taste good.
There's a bunch of houses lying near the docks. They look fancy. Workers come and go telling me that it's a place of business. Near the back, I noticed that the houses are more run down. Pirates move back and forth between these houses. I guess society only left them with the scraps to work with. Hopefully things would be better for them soon. There's a massive bridge on the other side of the docks. According to Dominic, that's the bridge we'd be traversing. At the other end of the bridge, I could see an old building.
Looks pretty impressive, doesn't it? Mazeo is largely above water, so bridges are common. But there's a couple of main bridges, architectural wonders. We'll actually be crossing Mazeo's biggest bridge. I hope you're not scared of heights, Seer.
I've climbed a lot of lighthouses, so yeah. So yeah, I've climbed a lot of lighthouses, so I'm not. He smiles and motions toward the very bridge I was inspecting.
Our church is just on the other side. I can't wait for you to see it. It's amazing. Just stick close to me. It won't be too long.
Alright, let's go, I guess. Here we go. Whoa. After what feels like ages, we reach the end of the bridge. We all stop and catch our breath and let our legs relax. Dominic wipes some sweat from his brow, laughing.
Bit of a workout, isn't it? Hopefully the trek was worth it. So, what do you think of our home?
He stands proud, staring at the nearby church. After getting our bearings back, we look on in awe.
Whoa. This place is crazy. I've never seen anything like it before.
Yeah, it sure stands out, doesn't it? Don't worry, that works to our advantage. When hiding, I find the most obvious spot is the best.
I guess they'd never expect their own church. But here's a question. Why are there only 2 statues? It's the triumvirate, right? Shouldn't there be 3?
I don't know, actually. It's a bit odd when you think about it. Maybe they didn't have enough space?
He laughs, awkwardly shuffling in place. Perhaps he found his ignorance embarrassing.
I trust you're ready for the grand tour?
I nod, looking over to Valessa and Fortame. It seemed our long journey was over. We were here. This is our new home, whether we liked it or not.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
Yeah.
Hey, game. Let's do this.
They both smile, ready to get things moving. Dominic takes a few steps up the stairs and waves me over.
After you, of course. It would be rude to do this any other way. An esteemed guest of ours should always be first.
I nod and get ready to enter the church. Ulrich, Pro, Valessa, and Fortame wait for my move. It seems almost everybody respected Dominic's authority.
Hey.
Alright, first things first. Anything else you can tell me about Mazeo?
Not really, to be honest. You've already seen pretty much all it has to offer. It's constantly busy, and it never really stops. I can't even imagine living close to the docks. They work overnight, so it'd be too loud to sleep. The best places are either Grizz's area or our HQ. So maybe we can talk more about that once you see it. It's so silent underground you can hear almost everything. Makes it pretty easy to sleep. If you get the time, that is.
What are your thoughts on Valessa?
She's pretty cool. Seems to be pretty by the book. I mean, I don't see her breaking any laws or anything. I don't roll like that. Obviously, I live in a moral gray area. That's not to say she's uninteresting, though. I just don't see myself getting too close to her. It's better for me to stick to like-minded people. Who knows? Maybe she'll prove me wrong. War has its way of compromising almost everybody. I was born into this life, but I'm sure others can adapt to it.
What do you think about Fortame?
Now, he's a guy I could see myself getting along with. Can't wait to spend some more time with him in our HQ. He speaks his mind, he's energetic, and he's careless. Wait, am I talking about him or myself right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the idea. We're like peas in a pod. I'm sure we'll have no shortage of good times.
What are your thoughts on me?
Whoa, you sure like putting me on the spot. I think you're cool. I mean, from what I've seen. At first, I didn't really have a clue, but it's better now. You've had to make some tough decisions, Seer. That's one way to gain my respect. Push through adversity. I still want a one-on-one interview with you in the future, though. It seems like you're starting to become quite important. I'd hate myself if I missed the opportunity to probe your mind. That's something we can talk about later on, though. We're busy.
How often do you walk this far?
Well,
Well, pretty much every day. Except for the last couple of weeks since I was in Valenorth. It's not too bad once you get used to it. I absolutely adore walking. It just takes some getting used to, that's all. Sometimes when I have it in me, I can even sprint. Running to the market from our HQ is pretty intense. Nobody is interested in doing it with me, though. I need a workout partner to keep things interesting, you know? Everybody else defines working out as sparring in the barracks.
Alright. Parallel Chronicle. Alright. Grizz sits at his desk with his head and hands emotionally drained. Lilith enters his office, showing concern, but decides to talk business instead.
Grizz, sir. The papers have been sent back out. Alex and Nada should know momentarily.
Slightly shocked, Grizz shakes his head and rests his hand on his desk.
Thank you, Lilith. I couldn't do this without you.
You give me too much credit. I'm just a glorified paper pusher. You do all the heavy lifting, you know.
He sighs and rests back in his chair.
And it's starting to weigh down on me. Lilith, can we talk off the record for a moment?
Of course, sir. Anytime you'd like.
It's about the occupation. As you know, I was involved with it.
Yeah, but that was ages ago. It's all in the past. You're a better man now.
That's the funny thing about the past, Lilith. It always has its way of catching up with you.
What do you mean?
Honestly, I wouldn't know where to start. But recently, Domek agreed to work with me. I wanted exclusive access to Mazeo's spirit idol.
You lost me.
I want to atone for what I've done, Lilith. So many spirits, trapped in those suits of armor. An eternity of mindless servitude to the Triumvirate.
And you can fix that with the spirit idol?
I hope so. Part of me always had some doubt, but today, I realized that this is my destiny. I can't doubt it or hide from it any longer.
Destiny? I'm not sure I buy into that stuff. I'd rather call the shots myself, you know?
Well, maybe purpose is a better word. At the end of the day, this is still my choice. But I wasn't certain until today. I saw something.
What did you see?
Back during the occupation, I killed so many innocent people, made orphans out of so many children. I've been facing that for the last 20 years, but today was the first time I faced it in person. It's the seer, and those two companions he had with them.
You mean Valessa and Fortem?
Yes, Lilith, all three of them. I couldn't put my finger on why they looked familiar, but I just realized it, and I know I need to take action.
He places his head back in his hands, almost ashamed.
Spitting images of people I killed during the occupation. I have no doubt in my mind that their parents died by my hand. I played a part in condemning them, forcing them into this war.
Are you serious? What? He clenches his fists, trembling up as he looks up at Lilith.
And now, I must play my part in ending it. I'm going to those tunnels, right now.
Oh. Oh boy. Okay, I might need to rewatch some of these parallel chronicles. I probably missed some key lore here. Anyways. That's the bridge we used to come here. It was structurally sound, but it didn't feel like it. Part of me was scared how it'd fall apart from under us. Domek showed no signs of worry, however. That put me at ease since he was a local. If he was scared, I knew I'd be as well. It's a statue of a cloaked figure, but we're not sure who it's supposed to be. There's only two of them. It can't be the Triumvirate. If it were, then there'd be 3 statues. But where would the 3rd statue go anyway? Maybe it's just a space limitation thing. Either way, they look mysterious and brooding. Makes the entire church give off an eerie vibe. The architectural style wasn't helping it either. Yeah, it's same thing. The church looks so out of place. I've never seen anything like it before. Doesn't look Mazean, that's for sure.
That looks creepy.
It's modeled after Balteus. That's what things look like over there.
And that's where we're going next. Just great. Now I'm even more afraid. Who makes stuff like this anyway?
Your guess is as good as mine. It doesn't fit in with any part of Alestia. Balteus is really distinct. It's kind of cool.
I'll take your word for it.
Alright, let's go. As soon as we enter, Dominic walks down the center aisle. He trails a finger along the pews as he does, gathering up dust.
Not much time for triumvirate worship these days.
He makes his way to the spirit idol at the back of the church. Clapping his hands together, he frees himself of the dust.
This is the spirit idol of Mazeo. Or so we thought until recently.
It remains dust-free unlike the rest of the church. He places a hand on the altar, looking up at the idol.
We assumed it was dim and dying. You know, like the idol back in Valinor. But that's not the case at all. We were shocked. The reason it's dim is because it's receiving power. However, the source of the power is deep underground. That's what the Triumvirate has been digging for. The entire reason for their occupation. And now, it's in the hands of the rebellion. First their sword, now the idol they sought.
He turns back to face us, a wide smile on his face.
It would seem the tables are turning. Feel free to rest for a few minutes. There's still a bit of a walk ahead.
Seriously? More walking? When are we gonna get to rest?
Trust me, you'll get plenty of time to rest. Just take a breather before we continue.
He points to the pews before walking over to a door in the back corner.
This door will lead us to the tunnel, Seer. It's the final stretch, I can promise you that. Whenever you're ready, let's head on down.
He presses his back against the wall and crosses his arms. Everyone seems glad he was offering us a brief reprieve. I take a few more minutes to collect myself before we head down. Okay. Another parallel chronicle. Wait, what's this? Alright, wait. Alright. Oh boy. This is actually 14 relationship stuff, but let's do this. I'm gonna say that for last.
Hey.
What do you think of I was gonna wait, but not for you, bunny boy. What do you think of Mazeo so far?
It's crazy! I don't know what to think. Just when I'm comfortable, something new is thrown at us. The markets, the residential districts, and the docks. Valinor is pretty much the same no matter where you are. To see things so different? That's a real shocker for me. I'm not sure what my favorite part has been so far. If I had to choose though, I'd say the residential district. Being able to live free from the noise and free of work? That's like a dream come true. Everywhere is so noisy. I assume you get used to the noise, but it's still there. You know what I mean, right? You just learn to ignore it. I'd rather not have to do that. It'd make things way easier.
What do you think of Dominic?
He's so cool. I love being around him. I want to learn to be more like him, if I'm honest. Everybody respects him and follows his directions. He's going to make a fine leader after this is over. I actually doubted the rebellion, but he convinced me. This cause is in perfect hands. We're going to do this.
What are your thoughts on Pro?
I didn't trust him at first, but he's growing on me. I know he does a lot of shady things, but only out of necessity. I have no doubt in my mind that after the war is over, he'll change.
Definitely. What do you think about Ulrich?
Ulrich is probably my favorite person so far. I mean, he gave me free money earlier. Free! It's all thanks to him that I got to taste a Mazean apple.
Come on, don't, not my favorite person.
That's the one thing I was looking forward to. He's been nothing but friendly since we met him. Sure, he seems strong, but he's really gentle. Who would have thought that a guy like him has a soft side? Either way, yeah, Ulrich has been great. He's teaching me a lot. Maybe one day I might even learn how to use a greatsword like him.
How do you feel about the rebellion?
I feel great. There's not much to say. We have everything we need in order to win. I can't wait to see our new HQ, our new home.
Alright. So this is the spirit idol of Mazeo. At least, that's what they thought until recently. I can see why they make that mistake, actually. It sure looks like a spirit idol. Well, a dying one, at least. But to think the real one is deep underground, and allegedly it's massive and full of energy. It'd be the first time I saw an active spirit idol. The sun shines with intensity, illuminating the interior of the church. I could see every bit of dust lining the floor and the pews. I guess they spent more time dusting underground. Pews lined the church full of dust and signs of neglect. It was almost like a statement that no one cared about the triumvirate. That was a bit hopeful to see. Now I know why Domek likes this place. It doesn't look like anybody has been here in ages. However, a dust-free trail leads to the door at the back. It's clear that only the rebels have been making use of it.
Hey, Fortum.
Yeah?
I saw you and Nasir run off into an alley earlier. What were you two doing back there, exactly?
What?
Oh, we were on a date!
What? Seriously?
What?
Whoa, don't act so surprised. You might hurt me.
No, it's not that. There's just so much going on. Are you sure that won't interfere with anything?
Of course not. I think we're smarter than that. Besides, it was perfect. We shared a Mazean apple.
Wow, how romantic.
You had to be there.
I think I'll pass. It's good to see you enjoying yourself, though. There's just too much on my mind for that kind of stuff.
Just wait until we get to the Rebel HQ, Valessa. It'll be a life of luxury, you'll see. There'll be plenty of time.
We can dream.
Alright. Parallel Chronicle time. Sovi 6. Continuing their adventure through the docks, Sovi keeps close to Shane. Leading everybody into a secluded back alley, he lets out a loud sigh. It was nice to get away from all the noise. Mazeans were obnoxious.
What gives? This isn't the way to Valinor. But I guess you do like going backwards.
Oh, we'll get there yet. I just have some business to tend to. Shane, can I talk to you alone for a moment?
Shane nods and follows Sovi deeper into the alleyway. Halen takes the note and stands guard, ensuring their privacy.
Look, something important has come up. You're aware of our moles within the rebellion, right?
Alleged moles.
What?
Yes. Well, I found this at our drop point. I think it's something you'll be interested in.
Sovi holds out a letter, prompting Shane to take it.
It's a letter written by Domek. Why is this important?
Just read it, Shane. It's from Domek to Valinorth's elder. It seems your capture was just part of his plan.
What?
What?
Shane keeps reading the letter, his eyes shooting wide open. Every word was like a knife to the heart. He was betrayed.
He wanted me to get captured? Look at this. It says he hates me.
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but your mission was only a cover. He wanted to kill you off, Shane.
That's not true. I refuse to believe this. I know Domek. He wouldn't do this to me.
Are you sure about that? It makes sense when you think about it. He sent you there to gain intel, right?
Yeah.
He already had all the intel he needed. That was the purpose of the Exodus raid. They mapped out our entire castle, Shane. What intel is there left for you to gather? None. Domek just wanted you out of the way.
No.
We were merciful enough to give you a chance, Shane. We could have killed you, but we still found value in your life. I think that's way more than anything Domek can say.
It really does look like his handwriting.
I have no reason to lie to you, Shane. I know what it's like to have your world torn apart. It seems like all hope is lost, doesn't it?
What should I do?
You were planning to run away, weren't you? Maybe you thought you could lose us in the crowd? It's a good idea, but there's no home left for you there.
Why did you wait until now to show me?
Because I have a favor to ask of you, Shane. And remember, I would never abandon you. I've had every opportunity to kill you.
A favor?
So he takes back the letter while he watches Shane fight back tears. It was a hard thing to accept, being disowned by your family. Wait, is Shane related to Dominic? But it was all a pain. It was a pain that Sophie knew all too well. He could relate. He didn't respond just yet. He watched a silent rage build up within Shane. That would be perfect, for rage was an invaluable tool on the battlefield. With a smirk, Sophie finally broke his silence, placing a hand on Shane.
Don't worry. I'll still let you visit Dominic and the rebels. It's just, I have something different in mind for you. A chance to pay him back, if you'd be so inclined.
No. Shane's fists trembled with anger. In this moment, he was right where Sophie wanted him.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You put a paw on Dominic, you're gonna regret it. Alright, travel to Rebel HQ. Alright, here we go. Our new home. After we enter the door, we spend a few minutes descending into darkness. Soon enough, however, we reach an area with torches lighting the way. It seems to mark a path straight forward. This must be it.
Wow, it's so dark. I can't even see where I'm going.
Just give it a few minutes. Your eyes will adjust. I remember my first time down here. I was terrified.
He presses his back against the wall and waits. We all do the same and wait around until we can see.
The torches only help so much. We put a majority of them in our actual HQ. Basically, we only have them down here to...
He cuts himself off and looks further down the tunnel.
Everyone quiet. Backs against the wall. Now!
What? We do as instructed and I notice an aura of fear overtake us. I stare down the tunnels and I see a suit of armor start to emerge. White and gold, just like my vision. It takes a few slow, clunky steps. The look of our Valescent Fortame. She's fine, and he's shaking. He glances back at me and I nod, letting him know that things will be fine. Come here, Fortame. It isn't much longer until the suit of armor reaches our location. It stands between all of us, and we press ourselves against the wall. It's almost like it can't see. It has no idea we're here. That's odd. It even turns its head to the sides, looking straight at us without reacting. After a minute or two standing guard, it turns around and walks away. Its steps echo through the tunnels, loud, metallic, and hollow. It's frightening. When it's far enough away, we all sigh and stand at ease. We're safe now.
What was that?
The Triumvirate's honor guard. They're the ones that built this underground complex. We find it best not to interfere with their efforts in any way.
Why is that?
They're almost like caretakers, so we let them be. All we know for sure is that they're disobeying their masters.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's what it seems like. Rather than search for the idol, they built a utopia. I think that was the choice of the spirits inside them.
What?
Spirits?
Yeah. They were created by the Blade of Exodus. The spirits inside are victims of their vicious occupation.
Right. Then it's just like the seer said. Wait, victims of the occupation?
Yeah, it's sad, really. They want to live again, so they built a home.
Valessa looks sad and takes a few steps back. Doesn't take a genius to realize what she's thinking. Having been a few minutes, our vision has adjusted.
Sorry about that, everybody. Those things are brittle and weak. If we so much as bump them, they fall apart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's nothing inside. They're controlled purely by spiritual energy. They were strong at first, but they're weak now. It's almost like it degraded over time. Who knows, maybe we can even power them with that blade. A bit of irony, right? Use their own forces against them.
This is all so complicated.
Yeah, and I'll admit that even I don't know everything. But we won't get to that point if we don't keep moving.
He motions to the end of the tunnels.
So, shall we?
We all nod as we continue to move through the tunnels. However, Dominic seems distracted. There's something on his mind. I guess even a man in his position can't have a grasp on everything. Everyone makes a conversation amongst themselves as we continue. Perhaps it'd be a good idea to talk with Dominic a little bit more. Seems we have still a bit of walking ahead of us after all. Oh, it's a heart to heart. Not yet. There's wooden panels on the floor almost acting like pavement. However, it's only a bit more comfortable than the actual floor would be. It's seemingly more for aesthetic purposes than anything regarding comfort. Drops of humidity and moisture hit the wooden panels, making them split. It looks like they've been here for a while, with clear signs of erosion. With what I know, I'd say these tunnels are almost 20 years old.
Hey, Valessa, watch your step.
Huh?
There's a bit of a bump here. I almost tripped.
Bruh.
Don't worry. I'll be fine.
A few moments later, she trips. It was a clear sign that she disregarded his warning. He laughs and keeps walking forward, highly amused.
Let's not talk about this.
There are torches lining the tunnels, freshly lit. They must require a lot of maintenance to keep these tunnels accessible. I'd hate to be down here when those torches die out. Sounds terrifying. Thankfully, they don't seem to be any risk of fading away. We could stay down here for a while without any worry. However, that doesn't seem to be on any of our agendas. I could see a makeshift doorway at the end of the tunnels. That must be the entrance to the Rebel HQ. Finally. It's a bit far away, but I'm glad that it's actually in sight.
What's the matter? Are your legs sore?
No, not at all. I'm just running out of breath. Is it a little stuffy down here, or...?
Yeah, it is. Don't worry. You get used to it. A small price to pay for privacy, if you ask me.
Right.
Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. As we walk down the tunnels, I make my way to Domek's side. I ask him what's on his mind, and the people behind us give us space. I'm thankful for their consideration as we finally get some one-on-one time.
What's on my mind? Oh, it's nothing too major. Say, can you keep a secret?
I'm just so tempted to do all these options. I don't know why. Of course I can, Domek.
Oh, wonderful. It's nice to have someone to talk to.
He blushes and shuffles in place, embarrassed. I'm not sure why he trusts me so easily, but I'm not complaining. Sometimes it's hard for someone in a position of power to have confidence.
About that suit of armor earlier, I think I scared everybody with my caution. Between you and I, that was a bit of an exaggeration. Like I said, those things are brittle and weak. I just didn't want anybody to knock them over, you know. If we kill one of them, what happens to the spirits inside?
That was a good question, actually.
I want to find a way to free those spirits trapped inside. Something tells me that killing them won't accomplish that. This is the sole reason why I tell everybody to leave them alone.
Ah, that's actually wonderful, not gonna lie. Hi, Bluebell. Welcome on in.
Oh, they're harmless. They mind their own business. It's my belief that we should give them the same courtesy. That is, at least until we find a way to give them more freedom. Though they don't serve the Triumvirate, they're still trapped. Nobody should be forced into a position like that. They're just like us. Spirits of family and friends. Spirits of innocent occupation victims.
He lets out a loud sign, the ability to vent is a godsend. I can tell that this is something he's been keeping inside for a while.
Sorry for rambling on. I think I'm just trying to defend myself. Last week I accidentally bumped into one.
Uh-oh.
It crumbled and fell to the ground. I felt absolutely awful. It's like I killed them. Who knows how many spirits were inside that one suit? I mean, in this war, I have to draw blood. I have to kill. But normally I reserve that punishment for our enemies. We're talking about the spirits of long-lost family here, Seer. I feel like I did something wrong. I almost feel like I'm a murderer, you know? It's odd how blurred those lines can be in war. Kill the enemy leader, you're nothing short of a hero. But kill a citizen going about their business, you're a monster. Maybe at the end of the day, that's what we are. Monsters.
I swear. If we go down all these character routes, this is going to be awesome. But you're not a monster, Domek. You're a hero.
Maybe once this is all over, I'll believe that. I guess there's one big difference between us and them. When we rule the world, we'll stop killing. That's not us.
We continue walking down the tunnels while he vents. I can understand where he's coming from, and I can relate. It was all about the greater good, regardless of what we did.
Everybody expects me to lead us to victory. They call me a master strategist and shower me with praise. But at the end of the day, I'm just following in his footsteps. Salus was the master strategist. I just worked under him. They say I fill his shoes quite well, but I don't think that's true. I think they need something to believe in. They need hope. They pushed that need for hope onto me, and I became that hope. Honestly, I think I'm more of a symbol than anything else. I'm sure you know what I mean. You're the seer.
Mm-hmm.
You had this role thrust upon you whether you wanted it or not. It's kind of the same for me. I'm the general. I had no say in the matter. This pressure and all those expectations, I'm afraid I might break. Do you have any advice?
Be honest with the people. Confide in them too.
You don't think that would make them doubt? Their mighty leader full of stress and worry. I only told you because I thought you could relate.
Buddy, you're in a high power position like me. People need the trust. People trust in me here, especially Fortame. You can be trusted too. I trust you too, dude.
But I guess honesty is the best solution. Maybe I should lower their expectations a bit, yeah? I'm just Dormek. I'm not some invincible symbol of hope. I guess there's not much more we can do, huh? Perhaps we'll have some more time to talk later on. My doors are always open to you, Seer. I promise.
He gives me a slight smile and we continue to walk. The end of the tunnels is growing ever closer. It seemed like this leg of the journey was over. Alright, let's continue. Alright, main entrance. As soon as you exit the tunnels, it's immediately easier to breathe. Sunlight pierces through the ceiling with the surface in sight. Those tunnels also started low and worked their way up. However, the exposure to the surface doesn't compromise our privacy. There's no way anybody would find this place unless they knew about it. And from what I could tell, only a select few did. So we were perfectly safe.
Ah, home sweet home. I'd like to welcome you all to our new HQ. It took some coercing with the mayor, but it's ours.
Wow, this place is incredible. And the honor guard built all of it?
Essentially, yeah. With a few finishing touches by ourselves, this is what they've been working on for 20 years.
That's crazy. All of those weapons, too. It's almost like they made it just for us.
We can dream, but I doubt it. Hey, Ulrich, Pro, can you show them around?
He motions towards Valessa and Fortame.
Sure.
You got it, boss.
Pro is being overly polite, like to make it up to Dominic. He sneers at Pro in reply, still a little upset at his slight delay. However, moments later, they all leave the room together. Dominic turns to face me with just the two of us in the lobby. A few rebels run from room to room, going out about their business. I can tell from the way that they move that they don't want to disturb us.
Well, what do you think? This is it. This is our home.
Buddy, I am literally starting my route with Fortame. Why are you... I'm so tempted to just do all these options. I swear, like... Chat, I am cooked. I am so cooked with this game, I swear. Y'all, I love all these characters just too much. It's literally like, I swear, this is why I just help me already, seriously. So cool, I'm in awe.
I know, right? I thought the same thing. It's incredible that they made this.
He smiles and shuffles in place.
Well, time to start the grand tour. Let's see, where should we go first?
He places a hand on his chin, losing himself in thought.
Ah, of course. The library and the barracks.
He points to the two of the nearby doors.
The library is great for studying, and the barracks, that's for socializing. You'll definitely want to meet your new allies. So, let's start with those. After that, we can go to your personal quarters. That's right, all of you are getting your own rooms.
My own room? That was pretty impressive. This place must go deeper than I thought. I nod and smile as I start to follow Dominic. We are finally here. I felt like I could relax now. This entire journey has just been one thing after another. But now I can rest and have privacy? I'll never take it for granted again. Oh! The library and the barracks are accessed through this area. What was that? What the frick was that? What was that? What was that? Oh my... Library and the map barracks have access to this area. Use the map icons and the 2 doors to navigate these optional areas. What the... Okay, purity is up 10%. Perfect. What was that, though? It's spooky season. I gotta prepare myself for this. I am gonna be playing horror games during spooky season, by the way. To use the map to move your personal corners, you must return to the region map. What the heck happened? That's the barracks. Crew quarters. Personal quarters. Let's go to the library first, I guess. When we enter the library, Dominic rushes forward. He closes a few books and tidies the room as I catch up.
Terribly sorry about the mess. It was impolite of me to leave it this way.
After a few more moments, he stops cleaning up. It didn't really bother me. He was just trying to make a good impression.
Well, there's not much to say about the library. As the dust would show, it doesn't get much use. But you'll find books here on pretty much everything. It's a great place to brush up on stuff you might be rusty on. It has a decent collection too. If it's out there, it's probably in here. Feel free to use it at your leisure. It's quite peaceful.
He smiles as he makes his way back to the main landing. Y'all, I don't even know what that jump scare was for. What did that mean? This place is pretty big. I'm surprised they have so many books. See, check DMs. Ashley sent you something. What? Ashley, if you're watching my stream... Ashley, oh my gosh! If only I could come over to Florida just to see them. You know what, if they come back to Florida for another event, I'm coming with. Ashley, if you're watching this stream, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it's almost shame to... yeah. The Rebel HQ library contains every book you've read on your journey. Oh, cool. I'm pretty sure I got them all so far. Brush up on knowledge and check on the status of your collection. It's a great way to read books without revisiting older areas. That's convenient. And I realize that I've missed a couple. We're gonna have to go back. Alright, let's go to the barracks now. I wonder if Bunny Boy's here. We enter the barracks and Dominic quickly looks around. There's a bunch of rebels practicing with swords. Those training dummies seem to get a lot of use.
Well, this is basically our training room. It's a great place to socialize as well. I'd consider it our main hub, actually. If you can't find a comrade, they're probably in here. There's a bunch of seats at the back for when we eat meals. I guess that makes it a bit of a cafeteria too, doesn't it? Anyway, there's not much more to say. Make use of this room at your leisure. I'll meet you back outside when you're ready.
He makes his way back to the main hall. I stand and watch the rebels practice their swordplay. There's so many of them. This really was a sizable army. In this room, you can rewatch all previous party banter. It's great to revisit content without moving through a ton of old areas. Click the letters for a list of which party banter is located in which grid spot. I'm pretty sure I got all of them so far. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got every single one so far. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Alright, let's go to our quarters. I really need to, We enter my personal quarters after a small trek through the HQ. It's larger than I thought it would be. The bed is quite big. Yeah. There isn't much of a tour to be had, so Dominic sighs in relief.
Well, that about ends the tour. After this, it's just the crew quarters and the war table. I imagine this is where you'll spend most of your spare time.
Yeah, I'll probably be here, cuddling Fortam. He walks to the back of the room and inspects the shelf on the wall. Moving books and papers aside, he seems a bit sad.
This room belonged to Shane. He was dear to me. I sent him on a dangerous mission to the Triumvirate's castle. He's been gone for a while, but I know he'll be back. I can feel it.
Oh.
So try not to get too comfortable, alright? This is just where you'll stay in the meantime. I wouldn't want Shane to think I forgot about him.
I nod. That makes perfect sense. I've got an idea of what's going to happen with Shane. But I wonder why he was inspecting the shelf. He stopped empty-handed, so he didn't find what he wanted.
You deserve a lot of rest, at least for today. Just follow me for a little bit longer. We're almost done. I'll show you where your comrades are staying.
I swear. I'm gonna be doing all these routes, my goodness. It's just whenever this option pops up, I'm just like, what? Of course. Lead the way, Dominic.
Thanks for being so accommodating. I'll meet you outside, Seer.
He walks back toward the door and waits outside. I guess it was time to finish this tour. Finally. The crew quarters was our next stop. Oh, there's a book in here. There's a bunch of scrolls and books on top of this shelf. They must have belonged to the previous owner, Shane. As Dominic mentioned, this used to be his quarters. A bit odd to give them away if he's still alive, though. After investigating a bit more, I find his journal. Last entry is regarding his upcoming mission.
Shane's journal. Dominic has tasked me with something risky, but I know I can pull it off. I've never let him down, and I truly owe him my life. He wants me to get caught on purpose. I know, it sounds stupid, but if I can get behind enemy lines, my insight could be invaluable. We know a lot about their castle, but we still know next to nothing about the Triumvirate themselves, let alone the forces of the Inquisition. This is my chance to expose them. So many questions, finally answered. I'll have to brush up on my acting and make it look like I'm actually getting caught. That'll require some planning, but I'll make sure that it seems natural. They'll likely starve me, or torture me, or worse. But I'll endure it. It's nothing new to me. I've endured it all in the past before Dominic saved me and took me in. I'll survive it again for our cause, and for him. All for him. Shane.
So he was scared, but loyal to Dominic. Good thing Dominic isn't the type to take advantage of that. I'm sure Shane would carry out his goal just fine, definitely. Looks like he is, even though I probably missed a lot of it because I missed the Parallel Chronicles. Alright. I need Bunny Boy time. When am I gonna get some more Bunny Boy time? After exiting my room, he takes me to a large hallway. At the end of it is a grand door, surely leading somewhere important. Lining the sides are smaller doors. I assume they lead to more private rooms.
That door right there leads to the war table. That's the end of this tour. It's where things start. I'll go over our battle plan and give you an itinerary. Your training will commence tomorrow. I can't believe this is finally happening. It almost feels like a dream, you know.
Let's have a nervous laugh before turning to face the large door.
Well, these doors on the side lead you to your comrades' rooms. Valessa and Fortame have been given personal rooms just like you. My quarters are here as well if you'd like to come spend time with me. I'm going to make a quick stop in my room, actually. After that, I'll meet you at the war table, alright? Take some time to unwind. You really deserve it. It's been a pleasure, Seer.
With a smile, he walks off to one of the side rooms. I guess it's the one I'd go to if I wanted to see him. With some long-awaited free time, it might be a good idea. However, I should make sure to spend it wisely. As soon as I met him at the war table, things would begin. As something told me nothing would be easy moving forward. Act 2 done. Use the region map to move to the war table and continue the story. For now, feel free to roam the world and access content at your leisure. Every unlocked character has a heart-to-heart in the crew quarters. Wait, who's that? Is that Shane? Okay, of course. Alright. I really hope that, whoever this is, yeah, of course. You know what? We're going to save Fortame for last. Let's do this. We're doing Valessa first. I enter Valessa's room and see her pacing around. She looks like she's in deep thought, so I clear my throat. It was enough to get her attention as she turns to me with a smile.
Oh, hey, Seer. I was just thinking about stuff. So much has happened since we got here. Remember what we talked about last time? Whether or not we should be open with the people? I was worried they'd use us to their own ends. The ability to foresee the future and change it? That's too powerful. People would pay almost any price. At least, that's what I thought, before you changed my mind. Hiding it from the people? That's just as bad as lying. When we take down the triumvirate, we need them to trust us. They'll be placing the world in the hands of entirely new rulers. Being open is the best course of action. I'm glad you changed my mind, to be honest. I have a feeling that hiding it would be way too hard. Dominic is wasting no time telling everybody who we are. It's only a matter of time until word spreads to the rest of Mazeo. We'll need to come up with some kind of system, or something. Our main cause is helping Dominic and the rebellion. But when people hear who you are and come for help, what should we do then? Honestly, I'm at a loss. Maybe I'll talk to him and see what he says. It's possible that I'm just being paranoid, right? But everyone says that Mazeans can be ruthless. I just want to help people and ensure your safety. There must be a way to do both, and I know I'll find it. Let's change the subject. This is really stressing me out.
She smiles, yet gives off concern at the same time. It's good that she was thinking about this kind of stuff. Remaining resolute in these circumstances was admirable.
This HQ is a pretty nice place, huh? I'm surprised that those suits of armor built this. Look, there's a bed here. Why would they need that?
To cuddle?
Dominic says they want to live again, but there must be more to it than that. It's so intricate and clearly built for an army. I really think they wanted to help us out. That's why they built this place the way it is. They must have known what was going to happen. But that also means they're defying the triumvirate. What if we could use their own honor guard against them? Though, to be honest, I still feel a bit hesitant using that term. After what they've done to us, there's no honor left to protect. They've condemned the souls of so many victims to servitude. I guess it was only a matter of time before they rebelled too.
She sighs and sits down on the bed. I slowly walk over and sit down beside her.
Look at me. All business as usual. Maybe people are right. Maybe I need to unwind. Life can't be any fun if you never take a break, right?
Valessa, you need to take a break.
I know. But I wouldn't know where to start. There's so much on my to-do list. I guess I should start from the top, huh?
She motions to the table. There's a bottle of wine on it.
Fortum has been bugging me about this for a while. I guess a drink or two will do plenty to help me unwind. Want to keep me company? It's better than staying alone.
I nod and we move from the bed to the table. She pops open a bottle and pours each of us a glass. However, she doesn't sip. She seems hesitant.
Shouldn't we have a toast or something? I mean, we're supposed to drink for a cause, right? I'm new to this, so I'll let you do the honors here.
Here's to being good friends.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
I swear. I swear, I don't want to do... I was debating if I should do Dominic or her route next. We each take a sip and begin to while away the hours. I help her get her mind off work, and we talk for a long time. After that, I see myself back to the crew quarters. Happy. Alright. Ulrich. I enter Ulrich's room and he's laying on his bed, relaxed. Bottles of alcohol line the table nearby, some empty, some full. He hears me enter and immediately rises up, grabbing his sword.
Who's there?
What are you, a Klingon? But as soon as he notices it's me, he relaxes with a sigh. Losing his grip on his sword, he puts it aside. He was a bit paranoid, but with reason.
Sorry, you never know when someone might attack. I don't normally doze off too much, for that reason alone. It's nice to see you, though. I had a good time at the tavern.
He stands up and walks over to the table. With a large swig from another bottle, he lets out a refreshing sigh. He must not have much downtime, but today was an off day.
Namek said to relax, so that's what I'm doing. I've known him for years, and he's never said that. I'm surprised he's not celebrating his new pirate treaty. Even if he tells us to relax, I doubt that he's doing it. He's probably already waiting for you in the war room. Don't worry, I'll try not to keep you here for too long.
He shuffles bottles aside, looking for something specific. It isn't much longer until he finds a much larger bottle, still full. There's a crimson liquid inside. It seems to be a special wine.
I've been saving this for a special occasion. And trust me, Namek giving me the night off is really special. I don't remember the last time I could just sit back and relax.
He pops the cork out of the bottle and takes a large swig. Weren't you supposed to savor wine rather than chug it?
Alorinthian wine. It's quite delicious. I'd say it's the best thing to come from that horrible place. It tastes like juice, but trust me, it sneaks up on you later. Shall we?
He holds out the bottle, offering it to me. I accept it and we both sit down on the edge of the bed. Taking turns, we pass the bottle back and forth until it's gone.
Wow. That certainly took me back. I haven't had a drinking buddy like you in a long time. People these days seem to forget about the finer things in life. Namek is always saying, train, train, train. I don't even know if he's capable of taking it easy. At least Salus knew how to balance work and fun.
He goes to take another sip of the wine, trying to get the last drops. I wonder how much that cost him. It's probably the best I've ever tasted.
I guess I shouldn't bore you with that kind of talk. Your time is valuable, and you're choosing to spend it with me. Some host I'd be if I sat here and wasted that time of yours.
He stands up and places the bottle on the table before sitting down again. The bed is more than big enough to fit the both of us comfortably. We're snuggles. He lets out a loud sigh before crossing his arms.
I guess that's all I had. Too bad. The night is still young.
He laughs softly, looking over in my direction.
Drinking buddies with no drinks? This is a first. What now?
Has it really been this long since Ulrich has had a friend? He doesn't know what to do, so I give him some direction. It's crazy how much he knows about me, yet I know nothing about him.
More about me? So you want me to bore you, huh?
He smiles and lays back in the bed, looking up at the ceiling. It's almost like he didn't want to look at me while I spoke. As a courtesy, I lay back as well, and we look up together.
Well, I'm probably older than you think, but I prefer to use the term experienced. I've seen a lot of combat in my numerous years. You kind of grow up alongside battle in Alarinthia. The culture there is so steeped in war it's impossible to avoid. When you come of age, you should already be an expert in combat. I was, but I chose to leave Alarinthia behind as soon as I could. My parents wanted me to stay, but I think they wanted it for them. I came to the mainland because I knew it would be the best for me. You need to look out for yourself. Don't let others sway your opinion. At least, that's what I told myself. I justified breaking my parents' hearts. I can't make it up to them either. They've been gone for ages. They were part of a movement that wanted to change Alarinthia. Things would be better in the hands of the wise, not the strong. An admirable view, unless you were surrounded by the strong. And surrounded they were. They were killed for their beliefs. That's why I hate Alarinthia more than anything. And the way it's run. I told myself I'd come to the mainland and practice my swordplay. I'd only ever return when I was strong enough to win. If I could become the ruler of Alarinthia, I would change their laws. Every leader has that ability, but they only care about their own power. It's always a battle of the strong against the wise. I wanted to go back to that land, both strong and wise. A ruler with a different outlook? He could change everything. It's just the alcohol talking right now, by the way. The childish dream of a young man. That's all it was. This world offers no quarter to men blind on ambition.
He tilts his head to look at me.
So we offer no quarter in this world. It's already taken so much from us. I find myself asking, how much more will it take? Hopefully, not too much.
Turned to respond, but I noticed his eyes are closed. Was he so tired that he could fall asleep almost instantly? I wonder if I should wake him up, but I decided to let him rest. Slowly getting out of bed, I tiptoe my way to the door. It's been a long journey for him, too. He deserves this. I exit as silently as I can, ready to continue on my way. But I learned more about him, so I'm happy. Maybe he'd get to change Alarinthia in the end. After we defeat the Triumvirate, anything is possible. Alright. Time for Pro. I'm doing Dominic and then Fortame. I enter Pro's room and I see him sitting down. He's hunched over a piece of paper, scribbling notes down on it. It appears to be some sort of legal-looking document. An open bottle of wine sits next to him and it's still full. 2 wine glasses sit on the table, on opposite sides of each other. Upon hearing my entrance, he looks up at me and smirks.
I knew you'd come sooner or later. Good thing the wine didn't get too warm. Have a seat. This is some good vintage stuff.
Pika with the party of 2. Welcome on in, Pika. Were you doing DJing stuff or were you doing more gaming? How'd your stream go? If you were doing DJing or gaming. Whichever of the two. Welcome on in, Raiders. If you do not know who I am DJ Foxy. I am a hardstyle DJ, gamer, and yeah. I'm a hardstyle DJ and content creator from the state of Michigan. I do a lot of different stuff. I do gaming on Twitch. I do stuff on VR chat, DJ sets, whatnot. And we are playing Winds of Change, a visual novel by the wonderful Clace, who is actually this game was gifted to me by my good friend LuffyBro19. And yeah, DJing did a mix of extra raw and hard techno. Ooh, wonderful. Yeah, right now we're just doing some heart-to-hearts with the crew so far. Seems we're missing a party member, though. I wonder if they're going to come in later, but we'll see. But yeah, right now we're talking with Pro. No, I pull out the chair and sit across from Pro. As soon as I sit down, he starts pouring us some wine. It's a dark crimson red and appears to be quite thick.
At least that's what the guy told me. I just asked for their most expensive wine. That job from before? I made more than I thought.
Yeah, it's been relatively uneventful so far, but it's been wonderful. I've just been enjoying just sitting back and watching the story unfold. All right, in the meantime, let me get a shout out in for you, Pika. Exclamation point shout out. Okay, I don't know how to shout people. I'll need to figure out how to shout people out. But you all know what to do. Just go head over to over to Pika's Twitch page. Give her a follow. She's absolutely wonderful.
I asked myself what I should do with all of it. I mean, there was a ton to spare even after buying food. All I could think of was share a drink with my new friend.
Perfect.
So, here we are. Hopefully it's something you enjoy. I'd hate to buy you a treat you didn't like.
It's more than enough. You didn't have to.
Of course I didn't. It's a gift. Kinda loses its meaning if I have to do it. I wanted to get things off to a better start. You know?
Alright, it's /shoutout, then you... Okay, /shoutout. Perfect. Alright, thank you. Give Pika a follow while you're at it if you have not done so already, anyway. Yeah.
Last time we hung out, I didn't really get the chance. I was worried I'd scare you away when you found out what I do. It's dirty work, but it helps us survive. Somebody has to do it, right? There's a big difference between me and a regular swindler, though. I do it because we need to survive. They do it for fun and riches. After the war is over, I won't need to do this stuff anymore. Trust me, I long for that day to come. I want to just kick back and work on my writing. Right now, I only have time for this kind of stuff.
He motions to the paper he was writing on and sighs.
Organized blackmail, pretty much. That guy I mentioned last time, I was able to bribe him. He gave us tons of money to hide his growing misconduct. Of course, that makes it sound so bad, but you always need to get everything in writing. So we found a better way to word it. Listen to this. I offer Pro this sum of money in exchange for discretion. See? Doesn't sound too much like shady business, does it? Information is a huge market, and so is stopping the flow of it. Everyone is so caught up on doing stuff to make money, and here I am able to make it all by staying my hand. You just need to think outside the box a bit, Seer. Anyway, enough about that. We should talk about the important stuff. How are you enjoying the new HQ so far?
It's pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Although I really hesitate to call it new. We basically lived here before getting the deed. It was more of a formality than anything. Anyway, that's not really important. I'm glad that you like it. We're stuck here.
We continue to talk while taking slow sips of wine. The atmosphere in here is a lot better than back at the tavern, and it feels like we're getting to know each other far more.
Honestly, I'm having a really great time. It's not often I get to put everything on pause, but right now, I don't have a care in the world. If we have more time, want to do this again? I mean, time might be pretty scarce in the future, but what little time I have, I'd totally spend with you.
Of course, I had a great time.
Right, that settles it then. I'm glad we were able to, push past that awkward stage. You know, the whole, hey, I'm a swindler part of this.
I think he has a crush on me, probably. But sorry, I'm already so semi-taken.
I promise it'll be good times and wine from here on out. Though I still think you should be my workout partner. Next time, maybe I'll challenge you to a little race.
Yeah, but we'll be doing his route later. We keep drinking until the wine is all gone. It's just casual conversation, nothing too intense. But once we're done, Pro stands up and yawns.
I guess this is it then? For now, of course. It's getting late. You shouldn't keep Dominic waiting too long. As much as I hate to cut this short, I mean, it's nice to just push aside all responsibilities. Let's make a habit of it. It'll be like a ritual of ours.
He smiles and I stand up, ready to leave. But I guess he's not ready to see me off just yet. Running forward, he offers me a firm handshake.
Thank you, Seer.
My pleasure. And with that, he's back to his own business. Sitting at the table, he's lost in that letter once more. I leave the door with a smile on my face. I'm glad we got along. Alright. Dominic. I enter Domic's personal quarters and see him sitting on his bed. He's gripping something in his hand. It looks shiny and metallic. I take a few steps forward, making my presence known to him. He immediately jerks in fright, startled by my entrance. Looking away from me, he wipes his eyes with haste. He's wearing a wide smile by the time he looks back.
Oh, hey there. Just keeping up my habit of not being receptive, I suppose. If I knew you'd be here so fast, I would have put out some food.
He stands up and walks to the nearby table. After placing the object he was holding on it, he lets out a soft laugh. I look at it when I get the chance. It appears to be some kind of brooch. Or brooch, whatever.
I trust our HQ is to your satisfaction. Hopefully the rebels have been treating you with respect. That blade strapped to your back pretty much gives you away. Let me know if anybody acts out of turn. I won't hesitate to put them in their place, you know. You're our honored guest, and should be treated as such.
Of course, I'll keep you in the loop.
I appreciate it. It's hard to keep tabs on everything nowadays. I'm trying my best, but so much slips through my grasp.
He pulls out 2 chairs and proceeds to sit down. Taking the side closet to the brooch he laid down, and he looks up at me.
Care to join me? I wouldn't mind getting to know you a little better. You're more than just a seer, after all. It's rude of us to treat you like some sort of symbol. I know some of my troops do that to me since I'm the general, but there's more beneath the surface. So much more.
I nod and take a seat in the chair opposite Dominic. He smiles and leans forward, displaying an attentive pose. His lack of speech makes me realize that it's my turn to speak. I tell him everything I can, pretty much summing up my life. I tell him how I met Fortame and Valessa and how we grew up. Most importantly, I tell him about the loss of our parents. As soon as he hears that story, I can see him tense up. He reaches for the brooch and clenches it tightly in his hand. After a few moments of holding onto it, he starts to relax.
The occupation. We all lost something special that day. But some of us lost far more than others. What an unlucky day to be in Mazeo, huh? Your parents could have easily avoided that mess. Mine, however, well, not so much. It's complicated. I don't remember what my parents did exactly. I think they owned some sort of tavern or restaurant. It's odd how I remember little else but the chaos.
He slumps down in his chair, his posture emanating sorrow.
I wouldn't normally tell anybody this, but you're special. Oh, not really special, but you caught me holding on to it.
He holds out the brooch and I quickly get a clear look at it for the first time. It's a floral pattern, clearly feminine. I'm curious why he fancies it so much.
This brooch? It used to belong to my mother. She loved it. I made sure to retrieve it from her body after the occupation.
He scoffs before shaking his head.
I remember the piles of bodies, hundreds of them lining the town square. The days after the occupation were horrid. Corpses as far as the eye could see. Luckily, I knew exactly where they kept my mother's body, so I went straight to it. How did I know? Well, maybe I'll tell you another time. Just know that this brooch means more to me than anything else. When I hold on to it, it takes me back to simpler times, you know? I don't tell anybody because they need me to be strong. You can't win a war with sentiment after all. I have a certain image to maintain.
He looks at me with a smile.
But I feel I can be myself around you. You have the same burden, the same appearance to keep up. When we're together, I just feel like I can be myself.
Thanks, Dominic. I feel the same way.
Good, then it's settled. We'll make sure to do this again. There's plenty more to talk about. And sorry for venting about the occupation. It's not exactly the most cheery subject, right? Just felt right to open up to you some more.
You're good, dude. He stands up and pushes the chair back in. I guess this is my signal to leave for now. I stand up and offer my hand for shaking. He does nothing, and I'm left looking like a fool. This isn't the first time he's refused to shake my hand. Rather than comment on the matter, he changes the subject.
Let's meet in the war room whenever you're ready, Seer. This might be your last resting day for a while, so spend it wisely.
He smirks and sees me out of his room. It was nice to learn more about him and his past. Rather than being the general, he's becoming a friend. Alright. Chat. Bunny boy time. Let's do this. I love him so much. I totally don't have a character crush. What are you talking about? I enter Fortame's room and see him sitting at the table. He's engrossed in a book. It's almost like he's studying. I take a few steps forward and announce my presence to him.
Oh, hey there! You might want to read this, Seer. I was just looking up how to save Valinor.
That's right, he wants to reconnect Valinor to the spirit realm. Without the power from their idol, Valinor would freeze over. At least that's what he thought. His next words surprised me.
Current scholars are losing faith in the spirit realm. They call our reliance on the spirit idols a superstition. Without them, they say the world would be exactly the same. I disregarded it at first, but then I thought about it. Valinor's idol has been dim for over 20 years now. Have you noticed it get colder at all? I sure haven't. But one conclusion just brings up a million more mysteries. If they aren't giving energy to the land, what are they doing? Is there some purpose to the spirit realm that we don't know?
Probably.
I mean, I like this hypothesis, I truly do. Forgive my blasphemy, but just hear me out. If the idol isn't important, then Valinor is fine. That means we don't need to worry about it freezing over. It just brings about a new question. What are the idols? We know that they create seers, but what about the idol here? And what about the idol in Alarinthia that the Triumvirate destroyed? They expect us to believe that Alarinthia was always meant to be a desert? I was told that the destruction of their idol caused it to become lifeless. Either way, more studying is required, but I'm starting to think outside the box. I like that. It's almost like Valinor was guiding our thoughts, you know? Go against the spirits and you're seen as evil or crazy, but out here, that's normal. It allows people to get more creative. I've seen a bunch of new theories about our world, and the spirits.
It's up to our interpretation, potentially, if that's how this universe works. He smiles and then stands up from the table. It looks like he's been keeping himself busy.
We have something important to talk about. I spoke to Pro, and he gave me some spending money. So next time I get the chance, I'm buying that climbing gear.
Okay.
And I expect you to become my apprentice, Seer. I'll show you the ropes, and then we'll climb the grand tree. Hopefully we have time for one last trip before the final battle.
He runs up to me and gives me a tight hug. Aww!
It might be a good idea for another date, too. A bit more private than Mazeo's town square. If we can make it to the top, that is. I sure hope so.
That would be perfect.
I just haven't had much time to practice my climbing. I hope I'm not rusty when the time comes. That'd suck. Climbing the grand tree has always been my life's goal. The first time I attempt it, I want to make sure I succeed. And they say the best way to learn is to teach somebody else. So you better prepare for some rigorous training. We're doing this.
Yeah. It seems like he's not about to take no for an answer. Typical Rofi fashion, ladies and gentlemen.
No, sorry. My mind is all over the place. Thanks for coming to visit me, Seer. It means a lot. It really does. I guess you better head back to Domik. Isn't he waiting for you in the war room or something? At least, that's what I heard. He sure loves to work. He smiles and then takes steps back towards the table. But before he gets there, he stops in his tracks and turns around. He really was scatterbrained today, wasn't he? Is everything okay? There's one more thing I wanted to ask you. I just forgot. Or maybe I was too embarrassed. Remember what Domik said about the Honor Guard? They're powered by the spirits of occupation victims. I know Valesso was thinking the same thing. About our parents. Do you think they're still alive? Down here? Trapped in that armor? Potentially. And we're going to set them, and if they are, we're setting them free. Good. I'm glad we're all on the same page. It's something we can talk about more as a group. Valessa feels the same way. She just wouldn't speak up. I saw it in her face. Back in the tunnels. I don't know how we'll free them, though. But I think it has to do with your sword. So, until next time, then? I'll get back to my reading. Come on. He runs up to me. Oh my god. He runs up to me and gives me a kiss on the cheek. Bunny, I love you, Fortame. I love him. After that, we embrace each other and smile. I can't wait to see you again. Neither can I, bunny boy. Alright. Let's go see what this is all about. Warning, moving to the war table will initiate Act 3. Act 3 is a long series of cutscenes with no side content. Please make sure you have sufficient time set aside to watch. Would you like to initiate Act 3? You know what? We're gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we're gonna do this. I want to do some more. I don't know how long this part is gonna be, but we're gonna need to lock in next time we do this. So let's wait a little while longer. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna wrap things up here for tonight. Next time we get in this game, we're gonna begin Act 3. So, yeah. That was a lot of fun. Really got to know a lot more of the other characters, especially Domik. I really liked this. But yeah, let's save things... Let's save. I'm very curious who the other party member is gonna be. But yeah, this has been great. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Let's see who is live right now. Who is live? You know what? Let's raid. I think we're gonna raid a good friend of mine, Sparky Fulf. They're amazing. Ready up, raiders.
Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Tomorrow we are going to be doing a special release day stream of backyard football. So let's get some stuff ready and let's get some touchdowns with the GOAT, the one and only Pablo Sanchez. See y'all tomorrow night. Bye.